Good evening, everybody. My name is Richard Geldard. I am a partner in a local farming business based at Levens, just on the outskirts of Kendal. The farm produces beef, sheep, and we also produce eggs that we sell to a range of different customers, from food service businesses, retailers, and also into the food manufacturing sector. It is a family business. We do employ around 25 people on the farm, and tonight's discussion for me is very interesting, just to hear other views and opinions on food production. The concept of domestic food production for me is something that I'm very interested in. And going forward, I think what we need to do is understand what local food actually means. And for me, local food, in many ways, is food produced within the UK. And I think if we're going to try and confront a lot of the environmental challenges around food, we need to develop domestic food production in a way that works better for the environment, but most of all provides the UK with a higher level of food sustainability for the population of the UK. Because without having the exact figures to hand, we are, as far as I'm aware, we're very, very close to the lowest level of food sustainability that we've had in the UK since the post-war years. And I think the recent situations that we've seen with COVID got very close to pressurising the food supply chain in many, many ways, and that we perhaps haven't really had sight of for a long time. We really don't, I feel, realise how close we are to major challenges of supply on food production. And when you started to see supermarkets running out of product and suppliers unable to deliver to their customers, just through a small bit of extra purchasing, as people felt they needed to buy a little bit more to be in a position where they were food secure, exposed the vulnerability of the domestic food supply chain. And it's too easy, I believe, nowadays to feel like the solution to dealing with that problem is just to bring food in from elsewhere, and whether that be continental Europe or further afield, because that very system in itself has as many, if not more, vulnerabilities as producing food domestically at such a low level that we are doing at the moment. So, I think we need to have a long, hard look at domestic food production and say to ourselves, well, just how damaging is it to the environment to actually further develop the amount of food that we produce in the UK? I believe that there's a lot of misconceptions as to the environmental impact of food production, in particular to red meat. I took on board the comments that were made earlier from Tim Lang, and I can't disagree with any of what was said. But I get really frustrated when I sit down sometimes and watch these television programs that the BBC in particular profile about the damaging environmental impact of beef production, and they use the American models of large-scale feedlots and industrialised beef production to profile the environmental damage that those systems do right across the world. And I think if we look at our domestic beef production in and around this area in particular, it's a fantastic example of how that model best utilises the farming environment that we live in. And I think we need to understand that and develop those systems of production domestically to enable us to do much better from a domestic food production point of view.
Just let us in a minute, Richard, okay?
Okay. egg production is something that we have quite a lot to do with in the business. And again, there's misconceptions there. You know, the UK now has the largest flock of free-range laying hens in the whole of the world, you know, with 40 million layers in the UK, and now 23 million of those are on free range. What a lot of people don't realise is that for every bird place on free range, the carbon sequestration problems are much higher than those birds that are producing eggs in enriched colony systems. And there needs to be a lot done from an educational point of view as to the environmental benefits of some types of more intensified type of food production, because there's too many misconceptions out there of what consumers may feel is the right way to buy products to further enhance the environmental benefits of food production. So there's a lot of education needed and further developments in the way in which we go about producing our food to better secure domestic supply.
Great, thanks, Richard. And I understand that your eggs that are the finest in South Lakes are available to purchase at Plumgarth's, is that right?
Oh, very true, yes. Yeah, my sister will be very pleased with that little plug, so thank you very much.